say dreams have a price. But sometimes that price keeps draining your wallet long after the dream fades. Everyone wants a cheap BMW, Mercedes, or Audi, thinking they've hacked the luxury game. But what if I told you that affordable luxury is one of the biggest financial traps you'll ever fall into? Let's talk about the $100,000 mistake. 1. The illusion of affordable luxury. You scroll through car listings and spot it. A 2014 Mercedes S-Class, once $100,000 brand new, now selling for just $25,000. It looks immaculate. Leather seats, panoramic roof, that iconic badge. Your heart says this is the deal of the century. But here's the uncomfortable truth. That price drop didn't happen because someone was being generous. It happened because luxury cars depreciate faster than almost anything else on wheels. Luxury cars lose 50 to 70% of their value in just 5 to 7 years. Why? Because owning them is expensive. They're built with cutting-edge technology, complex electronics, and high-end materials. And maintaining those parts costs a fortune. When you buy a cheap luxury car, you're not buying value. You're inheriting someone else's financial headache. 2. The hidden cost of ownership. A cheap luxury car feels great until the first repair bill lands in your lap. You might think you've saved money up front, but what you really did was swap a car payment for maintenance payments. Let's say you bought a used BMW 750i for $22,000. Sounds like a bargain, right? Now here's what can happen within your first year. $1,200 for brake rotors and pads, $2,500 for an air suspension repair, $3,000 for transmission issues, $500 per oil change, $1,000 for electronic system faults. Add that up and suddenly, your bargain car cost you an extra $8,000 in a single year. And that's assuming nothing major breaks. This is where most buyers get trapped. They can afford to buy the car, but they can't afford to own it. Luxury cars are engineered for performance and comfort, not affordability. Even small things like sensors, mirrors, or door locks are designed with complexity that makes repairs extremely costly. So while the badge might scream success, your bank account quietly cries for help. 3. The depreciation curve, the silent killer. Depreciation is the biggest hidden cost that most people ignore. Luxury cars don't just lose value, they bleed it. Here's an example. A brand new Mercedes S-Class cost $100,000. Within 5 years, it's worth around $45,000. After 8 years, maybe $20,000. That's when most people jump in thinking they scored a dream deal. But what they don't realize is that they're stepping into the most expensive phase of the car's life. When major components begin to fail and warranties expire. Essentially, the first owner paid for depreciation. You, the second owner, pay for everything after. That's why dealers love selling older luxury cars. They look impressive on the lot, but behind the badge is a ticking maintenance bomb, waiting for its next victim for maintenance and repairs. Where the real trap lies. Let's be honest, maintaining a luxury car isn't like maintaining a Toyota. Every repair requires specialized tools, brand-certified mechanics, and parts that often have to be imported. Independent workshops can rarely handle luxury brands, so you end up stuck with the dealership. And dealerships love to charge premium rates. A regular oil change for a Toyota might cost $70. The same service for a Mercedes could easily cost $500. A new tire? $400 each. A battery replacement? $1,000. Even worse, luxury vehicles are loaded with technology. Adaptive suspensions, digital dashboards, air ride systems, and complex electronics. Once these start failing, repairs can exceed the car's actual value. Most people who buy cheap luxury cars don't realize that they're one breakdown away from a financial nightmare 5. Insurance, fuel, and taxes, the costs you forget. When people budget for a luxury car, they focus only on the purchase price. But the real costs come afterward. Insurance. Luxury cars are more expensive to insure because of their repair costs and performance ratings. Even if the car is 10 years old, insurers still rate it as a high-risk, high-cost vehicle fuel. Most luxury cars run on premium fuel. Combine that with large engines and you're looking at terrible fuel economy. A 12-year-old BMW V8 might get just 12 miles per gallon. Taxes and registration. Some states or countries calculate taxes and registration fees based on the car's original MSRP, not the used price you paid. Meaning your $20,000 used car might still have $100,000 car taxes. So even when the car seems cheap, the ongoing costs don't shrink. They stay firmly in luxury territory 6. The psychological trap, the image of success. Now let's talk psychology. Why do people still buy these cars despite all the warnings? Because of status. That shiny badge represents success, wealth, and power. For many, owning a BMW or Mercedes is a statement, even if it's 10 years old. But here's the problem. Financial health isn't about looking rich. It's about being rich. Many people fall into debt chasing an image, using loans, credit cards, or savings just to keep up with a luxury lifestyle they can't sustain. They buy the badge to feel successful, but behind the scenes they're struggling with endless repair bills, fuel costs, and insurance payments. In short, they look wealthy, but they're financially trapped. 7. The $100,000 mistake. A real example. Let's break this down with a real-life scenario. You buy a used 2013 BMW 7 Series for $25,000. You're proud. You drive it everywhere. 2 years later, here's your reality. $8,000 in repairs and maintenance, $3,000 in insurance, $4,000 in premium fuel, $2,000 in depreciation. That's $17,000 lost in just 2 years. And your car is still worth less than $10,000 now. Add those numbers up, and you've spent nearly $40,000 total to own what you thought was a cheap $25,000 luxury car. That's what we call the $100,000 mistake. Buying something that costs you almost the same as it did brand new, only spread out over hidden payments, one repair at a time. 8. Smarter alternatives. Look beyond the badge. Here's the good news. You don't need a Mercedes badge to enjoy comfort or quality anymore. Brands like Mazda, Toyota, Hyundai, and Honda now produce cars that feel premium without the luxury price tag. The interiors are plush, the tech is advanced, and most importantly, like Bremnia, they're reliable. You can buy a brand new, warranted car with modern safety features and zero hidden costs for the same price as a 10-year-old luxury vehicle that's about to explode your wallet. The difference? Peace of mind. A truly smart buyer doesn't chase logos, they chase value. 9. The smart way to experience luxury. Now, if you truly love luxury cars, and who doesn't, there are smart ways to experience them. Lease, don't buy. Leasing allows you to enjoy the latest models without worrying about depreciation or long-term maintenance. Certified Pre-Owned, CPO. CPO vehicles come with warranties and full inspections, offering safer ownership. Always budget for repairs. If you insist on owning a used luxury car, set aside 10 to 15% of the car's price annually for maintenance. This way, you enjoy the luxury without letting it ruin your finances. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe for more.